See you in a bit. He's excited. That is not looking very good at all. Not impressed with them. These, on the other hand, not doing too bad. Let's go. You ready? Come on. Come on. You can't take that with you. No, you're not taking that. You can't take it. Drop it. Drop it. Drop it. Give it here. Come here. Come here. Let go. Good lad. Morning, how you doing? In a lot better mood today. I really am. Yesterday, what a weird day yesterday was. Hold on, let's sort you out. Just couldn't shake it yesterday. Shelley said to me yesterday, she said, you've lost the sparkle behind your eyes yesterday, and I did really feel that. Sometimes you get those days, don't you? And it can't be helped. You just literally lose it. But it's back today, they seem back today. I think I'm fortunate when I know that I'm going to get a day like that. I think I know it's going to pass. So I just ride it, just let it go. But it's a really, really strange day. Early, it's 8 o'clock. Just wanted to just give you a bit of a catch up really, and just let you know what the crack is and what's been happening and what's going on, because people just like, you know, it's nice to stay in conversation. Just keep an eye on him. Like, come on, and find out what's going on. Oh, the first thing to start on is the drink. How we're doing. I'm over 2 weeks. Rollo. Here he is. I'm over 2 weeks now without having a drink. At this moment in time, because of the way if you've seen the last vlog, the way the book goes is I feel that I'm a non-drinker. I don't feel I'm being. I'm doing all right. I'm doing absolutely fine. I don't feel deprived of it. I don't feel I'm missing out. I don't feel it's not fair you're having a drink and I'm not. Because the way the book lays itself out and lays it out, it's phenomenal. I'm not wanting to witchcraft or wizardry or anything like that. But it really is, as far as a self-help book goes, it's phenomenal. And I can't recommend them enough. As I said, I stopped smoking 20 years ago by reading the book by the same author. And the moment I saw the title and I saw who the author was, before I even started reading it, I went, oh my God, that means I actually could be stopping here. And that's actually happened. So one of the big deals about it is not how long I've stopped drinking for now, because it's not like I remember when I first tried to stop smoking, it was like, I've stopped smoking for 2 weeks, 4 hours, 3 minutes, 27 seconds. Let me have a breath of your smoke. It's not about that. It's about the fact you're a non-smoker. I actually cannot tell you the date I stopped smoking. And the idea of drinking is exactly the same. You shouldn't be able to tell the date when you stop drinking, because it's not an important date. It's not an important thing, you know what I mean? If you're considering it, try it, because it's really, really worth it. It's actually really, really very, very good. He's just doing his business, so I'll pick it up on the way back. It's really, really good. Try it. To be honest with you, I've not had an issue with it. I drink. I only drink when I'm thirsty. I'm drinking a lot more water. I'm drinking a lot more cups of tea. And when I'm out, I'm drinking Coke Zero, because the Coke Zero's got nout in it either, you know. So the next thing, there's two things about this which is really quite interesting. Come on, you. Two things about it's quite interesting. Number one, Shelley's actually having more issues with it than I am, because Shelley's the one like, well, she's having a drink and I'm not drinking, even though as a non-drinker, it shouldn't be an issue. It's not an issue, you know. We don't actually make it an issue to them. There's no tutting from my point of view. It's just like, if you want to have a drink, you have a drink. It's just I decide not to have a drink. That's all it is. So that was the first thing. She's struggling more than me, to the point where now she's actually goes, let's have a listen to this book. I want to see what I'm missing out on. Won't surprise me now that I've just left her that she's actually put the book back on, you know, for an hour as I'm out here walking with the dog. So that was the first one about it, the drink. The second one is people going, oh, your weight's going to fall off you. The weight's going to drop off you. Because think about, I'm a beer drinker, so think of how many calories you're going to get in the sugar. you know, from the calories of the beer. And to be honest with you, it's not happened. And the reason why it's not happened is because now I realise that I'm not drinking beer, my love of chocolate has kicked back in. And I absolutely love chocolate. Honestly, it's my Achilles heel is chocolate. And I love it. And yesterday was the last bar of chocolate I promised I'm going to buy myself, because I'm actually then going to consciously try and go on diet, because I want to lose a couple of stone, I think. And that was the initial reason why I wanted to stop, because I've been trying to lose weight maybe for the last year and a half, whilst kidding myself that the issue wasn't drink. So I've like cut down on food, done more exercise, done it, and nothing's happened. And purely because the drink was still involved, you know. So stopping the drink, hopefully, I have to move there's a stone here, look. I've got to move the stones as we drive over this track. I've got to move the stones because one of the neighbours got to burst his tyre the other day. Hiding behind the fact that I didn't need a drink, you know, hiding behind the fact I was drinking. So hopefully the idea is the moment you stop drinking, that's the plan. When you stop drinking, look after your food intake, then hopefully the weight should drop off, and I'll keep you informed on that, because that was actually one of my New Year's resolutions actually at the beginning of the year, just to lose some weight. So we'll see how it goes. The interesting thought that crossed my mind for the first time this week was, will I ever drink again? Funnily enough, last night we watched The Hangover, the film The Hangover, and I don't know if you've seen it, but the moment they wake up and they're absolutely rough, Shelley turned around to me and went, "Oh my God, you are never going to feel like that again." And I'm like, "Yeah, true. Come here. I went, yeah, it's true. Rollo, stop. Good lad, stay there. I said, yeah, it's true. And I thought to myself, is that right? Let me get your lead on. I thought, is that right? Am I never ever? He always tries to get that. I thought, am I never ever going to feel like that again? And it's weird because even this morning, I woke up with a bit of a dull headache, almost like a hangover headache. And all I had last night was water and tea. I'll tell you what I've done though. I've started going to sleep now because of the nighttime stuff. I'm going to come on to this as well. Because I'm not doing the comparing at night, I'm finding myself getting to bed at like 10 o'clock at night, and I'm sleeping straight through till 7, which is actually 9 hours. Yeah, I know, I'm a mathematician, but it's 9 hours. I've never slept 9 hours in my life. Absolutely never in my life. Busy this morning. I can hear cars coming. I'm going to carry on at the top of the hill. We'll see in a minute. I was talking about sleeping, and I gave up the nighttime comparing when I got offered a new position looking after social media for 6 businesses, which means that I didn't need to do the nighttime comparing anymore. Now, as much as I loved it, because I did, it's pulling me into somewhere. As much as I loved it because I did. Where you got? Oh yeah, no, you can't go in there. Come here. As much as I loved it because I did, I couldn't justify working till 2 a.m. because my body clock is so used to me getting up early. So I was getting up at even though I was going to bed at 3 a.m, I was getting up at 8:30 walking the dog. I was having to have afternoon sleeps all the time. Now, I was in bed again. The last few nights I've been going to bed about 10:30. I'm waking up about 7:30, which has been brilliant. It's like getting a full 9 hours sleep, and again, that's one of the first things that you feel better for already, so that's working. How long it stays for, I don't know, but we'll see how that goes. But it's been this job I started in the middle of October, and there's a car coming. I started this job in the middle of October, and we agreed on a price, and it's 7 businesses, but it's split between 4 people. And I've started it, so obviously you agree on a monthly price, and obviously I started in the middle of the month, so it's only half that. And within a week, it was clear to see that out of the 4 people above, the 4 bosses, one of them's 100% on board, one of them's like 70% on board, one of them's a silent partner, and one of them's like not really on board. So how that's going to pan itself out, I do not know. But that is the thing. Stop. You've seen all the birds now. Stop. That is the thing about this island, is that 5 years ago, the uncertainty of what's going to happen is whether this job's going to stay or not would have absolutely freaked me out. Whereas today, I think to myself, I'm like, well, if it works, it works. And if it doesn't, I'll find something else. I think I'm fortunate that the skill set that I've got is wide and varied enough that I will always find something. And I'm just fortunate actually that YouTube has, due to YouTube, it's given me the opportunity to do this. I do social media now for a few businesses. I've just put the businesses on the screen there. If you follow on TikTok or you follow on Facebook, go and have a look at them. You'll see some of the films that I've been making for them. Short films, only like 25 seconds, 30-second adverts. And you'll see what you think. You know, let me know what you think of them. I'm quite proud of them, but it's not something I can put on here. You know what I mean? So whether that lasts or not, I do not know. I've got a meeting with the guy who's 100% on board. I've got a meeting with him in about an hour or so today, just to work out how we're going to go ahead for month 2, and we'll see how that goes. I haven't given up comparing. I still do afternoons down at YOLO on a Wednesday and a Friday. Another bar's got hold of me regarding afternoons as well, which if that comes off, I'll definitely take that as well, because that's afternoon work. I enjoy the comparing. And I'm also doing cover compare down at the Garrison sometime in this month as well. So I've picked up a couple of cover compares, which is good, just to keep me hat in the ring. You know what I mean? That's what it came down to. But on the whole, it's been all right. We've been okay. We've got issues with the house, but I'm going to leave that to the main channel. I think we're going to do a Finca Life again. We've done some analysing, me and Shelley, on the statistics on YouTube, and we've worked out you guys seem to really enjoy the Finca Life. So the channel's probably going to go towards Finca Life, and then also towards some more positive reviews on restaurants. I don't like the word reviews, just positive videos on restaurants, I think. And I think that's going to be something that we're going to look at moving forward in the next 2 or 3 months, because we like going out to eat, we like eating in nice places, and we like promoting places that deserve it, really. I think that's what it comes down to. So we've got that on the cards. I did mention also that we're going to be in the Sun newspaper. The video's gone off to them. They've got it now, and they've actually paid for it, which means that I think they're definitely going to be using it. When, I do not know. It's regarding, I think it's an article about Europe's best beaches. So it could be something that they might just sit on it till the spring and then release it in the spring. So all of a sudden, some of you might just see it all come online, the video or the article, and might see it. So that's quite nice to see. We've just got that on the back burner and see how that goes as well, really. Another big hill. I've tried walking and talking up this one before, and it doesn't work. As you can see, you might not be able to see it, but I think I'll see it the other side of this one, and we'll carry on. See you in a minute. So as we do this video today, it must go out today or tomorrow. It's November the 5th, I think. November the 5th. And we've just had Halloween. We were actually we were out for a meal on the Golden Mile on Halloween, and the fancy dress that the Canarians were dressed up as were actually really, really good. But if there's one thing I can't stand myself, is fancy dress. I can't stand dressing up, funnily enough, even though there's Shelley B, you might have seen that, and Dick Rapper. I really can't be arsed with the dressing up for Halloween. It's just not my thing at all. And then a week on Sunday, which is the 17th of November, we've got the Tenerife Entertainment Awards. And they have a theme every year. They've got a theme every year. And this year's theme, you guessed it, it's Halloween. And I'm like, really? So it's an option to dress up, and there's a prize to dress up. And to be honest with you, I'm not dressing up. I'm not dressing up. It's something that's been ingrained since I was a kid, that for some reason I've never really liked it. Never liked it when I was a kid dressing up. Never liked it as an adult, going to fancy dress parties. Hated it. I can't explain why, but it's just something that's not my thing. As I said, I've done Shelley B, I've done Dick Rapper, but I think there's always been a purpose to it. It's like dressing up for no purpose whatsoever, and I'm just like, no. It's like, get in the spirit of it, and I'm like, no, don't think I can do it. So I'm going to be there a week on Sunday, not dressed up. But that's happening. There's going to be no live on that day. We've decided it's just we're going to enjoy the day, and just enjoy the day for what it is. But funnily enough, I won't be drinking this time, which is going to be weird. So you've got that going on. As far as the year's gone today, it's doing all right. I mean, the mentality of TikTok with Shelley is just phenomenal. 7.5 million now, and I think it's plateauing out at 7.5 million, which is just, if you had a record that hit 7.5 million people, you'd have a record contract in the olden days. Nowadays, it's nothing. You know what I mean? It's just, that is what it is. 7.5 million, move on. What she's getting out of it is the Shein clothing collaborations, which she's doing really well. But apart from that, not much more. The video about the hate comment that I got, that hit over 5,000 views, and there's a lot of interesting comments in that as well. A lot of people said well done. Some people said you should have left him alone, just right above it. I did what I thought I needed to do to hit where it needs to hit, and it certainly hit there on this island. It was, I think it was like a mini grenade going off on this island. It really was. A lot of people on the island asked me who it was, and I told them, absolutely told them. And most probably in their camp, there'll be a lot of people going, well done to him, congratulating him for saying it, which I don't really care. I'd rather people call it to my face and behind my back. I think high-fiving the crabs trended on Facebook for a while, which is quite nice. So if you're watching, high-five the crabs. I thought that was funny. When you know, you know, you know. But that's enough to say about that. I don't really want to say much more about that. And you might be aware that I've done a video on Tommy Robinson. I know he's gone to prison. I know the mainstream media have said he's gone to prison for reasons that actually he's not gone to prison for. When you actually listen to all these videos and listen to his history, he's basically gone to prison in my eyes for freedom of speech, even though the media will call it he's gone to prison for breaking a court order. But I'm not here to throw my or Tommy Robinson's rhetoric down your throat. All I'm saying is these are my views based on information that I've obtained, listened to, listened to, and therefore my verdicts that I've brought out. And if you've done the same and come out with a different verdict, please let me know. But if you're just commenting because of what you've heard off mainstream media, it's just by the wayside for me, to be honest with you. And that then moves me on to something even bigger, and that's happening in 4 hours' time, I believe. And that is that's the presidential elections of America. You might have heard on Sunday, if any of you watched the main channel, you might have heard on Sunday me shouting off, going MAGA, MAGA, which means Make America Great Again. And it's the chant that's being used by Donald Trump and his party. Well, last week, I think I was fortunate enough to stumble across the Joe Rogan podcast, where he actually had Donald Trump for 3 hours sat down in his studio, and he interviewed him for 3 hours. And to be honest with you, when Donald Trump was in power, not the last election but the previous election before Biden, I was like, I thought this guy's a nutter. I thought the guy's a nutter. When he got into power, I was like, oh my God, the world's doomed. You've got somebody like him in power, the world is doomed. You know, yeah, he did 4 years. He didn't destroy the world. He didn't even destroy America. He didn't get elected for the next 4 years. He says because it was a fix. They cheated, the Democrats cheated, which I tend to believe. And it's now one of the closest title races whether he'll get in again this year. And if he doesn't, it's most probably because the Democrats are cheating again, most probably. But I sat down, I listened to him, because I do these dog walks a lot. It takes me an hour over the course of 3 days. I listened to Donald Trump and what he had to say. And in my eyes, the guy makes sense. He, in a weird roundabout way, he makes sense. He really does. Because he comes from it from a business perspective. But what he comes from it from is I always talk about the fact with the Democrats, the shady goings on with Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton. It's just all shady. Bill Gates, the people that support him, Epstein. It's just all one massive collusion, one massive conspiracy. It's just something stinks, you know. And the saying, if it looks like a duck and it sounds like a duck, it's probably a duck, springs to mind. And with the Democrats, even though I can't put my finger on it, it looks like a duck and it definitely sounds like a duck. So to me, it's got nothing to do with me because I'm not going to vote for him. I'm not there. But to me, if I was an American citizen, I 100% would not be voting for Kamala Harris, because again, it looks like a duck and it sounds like a duck. It's probably a duck. But then you listen to 3 hours of Trump, and he's not afraid. He's just not afraid to talk, to speak about things, to address things, to, you know, some stuff might not even be what you want to hear, but he's still not afraid to talk about it. He doesn't skirt around it like all the other politicians. And then the following couple of days later, we get a bonus ball. We get JD Vance for 3 hours. I don't even know who JD Vance is. Turns out JD Vance is the vice president to Trump. Guy's in his 40s, young 40s. Speaks as it is, a bit like me, swears like a fishmonger's wife, and just talks properly, talks basically, talks honestly. And if you're interviewing somebody for 3.5 hours, you're going to slip up. And all right, I know Joe Rogan's pro-Republic, hence the reason why you might be feeding him the questions and stuff, but it was still pretty decent, you know? And to me, it was like, if I was an American citizen going to the polling stations, I'd be Republic. And I woke up this morning and I'm scanning through my phone with a cup of coffee before I get out of bed, and I come across Joe Rogan's now once again. He's interviewed Elon Musk. Now, to me, I think Elon Musk has got to be one of the most cleverest people on the planet. I think he has the planet's interests at heart. Freedom of speech. That's the reason why he bought X. That's the reason why he sacked so many people. He showed the true, in the Twitter files, the true extent of the government's manipulation, the Democrats' manipulation. And he's also 100% behind Trump. So whether you agree with him or not, Donald Trump that is, your allegiance has to lie with the people that you admire and you follow. And I admire Elon Musk. I admire Joe Rogan. I've never met him or never really saw him before, but I admire JD Vance. And hence the reason why, for me, I think it'll be an absolute scandal if Trump doesn't get to power and become the next president of the United States. And he might not, because the way the sneaky Democrats are going about it, it certainly makes for good reading. It really does. So watch this space. You'll most probably, by the time this goes out, you might actually have an answer of who's actually won. Although I think it might take a couple of days, for it to come out. So that's pretty much it. You've had everything from drinking to crabs to presidential elections. I just want to say thank you so much for joining us on the walks that I do. There's a lot of things, there's a lot of people on YouTube, and there's a lot of channels to cut through to get to me. So if you found us and you liked it, thank you. You know, you're liking it, thank you so much. There's so many easier ways to gain subscribers, I think, when you live on such a beautiful island like this, and one of them is to actually smash the crap out of Tenerife and show Tenerife for what it is. But why do that when you've got Kevin, Scotsman in Tenerife, who's doing a cracking job on it? All you're doing is reinventing the wheel. Hence the reason why this channel hopefully looks at different aspects of life with a Tenerife backdrop. And do you know what it is? I was thinking before, your niche, you lot are niche. 2 nights ago, me and Shelley were in the house and we had a night in. We had a meal on our knee in front of the TV. We sat and watched YouTube all evening. That is a turning point for people our age to actually not even put on mainstream TV and to go and see what's on YouTube instead. Now, I've got a feeling a lot of you lot who watch this are like that as well. But we are the niche minority. People of our level of intelligence who have a work ethic like we do, who are like-minded in what we do, sit on YouTube all evening. I know the audience isn't going to be huge, but the involvement rate, when you think there's 4,500 people who subscribe to the channel and 4,700 people watch the drinking vlog and 30,000 people watch the Madeleine McCann vlog, it's credit to you guys, so thank you so much for that. All right, I'm just going to finish his walk off and hope you've enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments, are you Trump, are you Harris? If you're doing that, let me know why. Have you listened to Trump? That's an interesting one, because I bet the people who aren't Trump haven't listened to him. Maybe. I might be jumping the gun there. All right, I'll see you guys on the next one. Enjoy your day, guys. Thanks a lot. See you soon.